Henry, what's your topic this week?
I forgot.
Oh my god.
He didn't look. He didn't find him.
Was it replacing Xenu with Rumham? Because I'd be alright with that.
There's one that I thought would work out well for today.
You have editing to do later.
I actually just start playing the In the End All-Star Mix.
God damn it.
Do you play a lot of games?
A bit, yeah.
I heard you were very excited about games.
Yeah.
He dabbles.
Video games?
Video game? Yeah.
What about other video game?
But have you considered board game?
No,
Annie.
So how about this topic? Are games getting too long these days?
That's a good question.
I love how that immediately made you hungry.
That's a burger.
Yummy.
Let's ask.
They're not getting long, but they're getting tastier.
Let's ask the developers of Order 1886.
Man, damn, son.
First time on the show and shooting already.
So people give a lot of shit to The Order because it was like a 10-hour game.
It was like 6 hours.
For $60.
Yeah.
I like.
But if you went through and
pronounce
like try to get the trophy, it'd be like the platinum. It'd be like 10 hours.
Whoa. It's a $60 game.
At that point, like, make your games as long as you want, but like you have to have like a reasonable price point because we have games like Witcher that are like a full price game of $60. And like someone,
hours.
Yeah, like someone on the Kind of Funny Facebook page was like, after 230 hours, I finally beat The Witcher. And so, like, I think that is like a $60 worth. When you have like a 6 to 10 hour game like The Order, like that should not cost that much. And so like people are pissed about what's the new game that's coming out. I know I'm turning this a little bit into the price points, but it's because of.
But a price points is a big part of it because it does affect.
Because it's like when I'm looking through like the Wii store and it's like Super Mario Brothers for $5. I'm like, that's a good price for that.
Yeah,
because you can beat that in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can beat it in 10 minutes, but it's also like those classic games are always something like even if you beat it like really fast, like,
you can play it again.
You can play it over and over again.
I'd pay like 10, 15, $20 for that. Just
not 20, not 20.
Maybe not 20. I paid 15.
Like I'm still questioning on getting DuckTales remastered for $15.
Oh, I'll lend it to you.
Oh, you have the physical copy? Ooh, because I want to do a. I want to do a Let's Play
of the best game of all time, Capcom
DuckTales. So yeah, I think make your game however long you want. There's just got to be a justifiable like price point. People are mad at The Witness right now because it's $40. Right. And not because of the length of it, because it's like an indie game. It's like, indie game shouldn't be $40. It's like, you got to be realistic about like how much the game costs to make.
Yeah, they spent money making this thing,
it's not like it's a full, like it's an indie game and it's not a full price game, but it's still like, from what I've heard, it's like long as shit. And it's actually like a really like, almost like a full game.
I'd pay that amount just for it being an indie game to kind of support new developers and be like, hey, like do this shit.
Exactly.
We need you.
Exactly. And, so, specifically, like going back to length, my girlfriend. My girlfriend. Not impressed. It's about how you structure your game, and so when it comes down to it is like, do I want to play 230 hours of The Witcher? Fuck yeah, I'll play 230 hours of The Witcher. Like I'm almost at the end, and I probably only put like 80 hours into it, but that's because. Like the experience I want with it is to like get through the story and like learn about the story and all this stuff. But like I'm still considering like after I beat the story, because I know I can still continue on, like actually going throughout the entire map and doing all the Witcher contracts and all this stuff. Yeah. Because it's all about like the content that you have in your game. Like, is it justifiable to the length of the game? Something like Mad Max, where that's probably like if you do everything, that's probably like a 50-hour game. Just about, you have like enough to do in that like map and that size of a game to like actually want to do stuff. Yeah. But then you get to something like Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's the second one.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's like a huge map and it's like this. It could be long. It could be a long game, but like there's nothing in it to justify the length or like the size of that.
Yeah, especially with
personal investment.
Yeah.
Especially with like checkpoint games like Mad Max and Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Mad Max checkpoint done right.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed,
No.
usually ridiculous and pointless.
The one thing though that I like about Assassin's Creed Syndicate is they went back to like it's a lot like Mad Max, where there's like 5 different territories and they're all like red at the beginning, and then you gotta like dwindle them down like the enemies and stuff, and then it becomes like yellow, and then it becomes green.
That's
or whatever.
the main thing I liked about Mad Max, about Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and about Far Cry. It's like that kind of like stronghold takedown, sneaking in shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. I'll eat that shit up.
Exactly. So
like the pussy.
It's all about like, like if the gameplay is fun, like you can make your game fucking however long you want. Like Metal Gear Solid 5, not really our type of thing. That's your type of thing, I believe.
It's pretty sizable.
I have it, but I haven't played it yet.
I feel like that's the story for everything that you own.
The thing with me about the reason I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5 yet is I also have the Metal Gear Solid collection, and I want to play those
before
But the thing is that it's like
it's confusing of what order the story is in.
Yeah, and
look
also,
it up.
Like,
There's
the stories don't matter because everything's ridiculous.
It's 1, 2. No, it's 3, 1, 2, 4.
No, actually,
no, it's 3. All those side titles 5, 1, 2, 4.
Where's Metal Gear Acid go?
And then Rising Revengeance at the end.
See, it's just fun. It's just funny annoying to me because like I remember when I was young and I paid a lot more attention to games. I saw like.
Complete opposite.
I saw like the minimum amount a game can be without people going, oh, it's too short. Like slowly go up more and more. Because I remember like for like N64 early PlayStation 2, it was like it's a 10-hour game. It's worth the price.
Yeah.
And then it's like and like it slowly got up. Like it's gotta be 12 hours. It's gotta be 15.
Yeah, one of the first games that like sort of did that. Donkey Kong 64. The best game of all time.
I knew it.
But to be honest, that was one of the first games where it was like actually like super long and had all of this content, and people were like blown away by that. That was why it was such a big game when it came out. Because it was like one of the first games that like pushed the limit of like how long a game can be.
It's funny because like I was telling you earlier, I just like fucked up my Jack and Dexter save. But as I was playing through it, it's a lot like DK64 because of how much it's like kind of a slightly developed version of Crash, where it's still that same system and like shitty graphics and blah blah blah. It just made me feel
there's nothing you have to do in it.
Yeah, like you really don't have to do anything in the game, but it's a collector game.
DK64, you got to do shit.
Oh yeah, because you need to unlock shit, and you have to collect a certain amount to unlock shit.
But the genius, I just want to do a sidebar here. Sidebar. The genius of DK64, one of the collectible items are these blueprints. And you're like, no, I don't really need to get this. This doesn't like really like push me further into the game. But then you realize at the end of the game, there's a level, and the level has a time limit of taking down this machine. And the more blueprints you actually collect, if you collect all of them, you get like 25 minutes. But if you don't, you get like 5 minutes. And so that's like the like tiny like one of the That's like one of the many things of the genius of that game is like those little things that you gotta like figure out and like, oh shit, I fucked up this first time. I should like go back again and play it through a second time and like try it again and shit. So
on another side note, on your side note are they
sidebar to the sidebar?
Sidebar to the sidebar. Are games getting too easy apart from like Bloodborne and shit as to how many hints they give you? We're like we don't have we don't have games like that anymore, like Grim Fandango where it's just like have fun, figure it out.
So the video version of this comes out on Tuesday, this topic. So this is, I think I'm also playing our Batman Arkham Knight Season of Infamy while this is also coming out. So I think I talked about that in one of the episodes of like Arkham Knight is like one of the most guilty games of like holding your hand throughout the whole time. Of like, hey, here's like every 10-second reminder of like how to glide and shit. And I don't need that, man. Like I know how to fucking glide. Arkham Knight is a simple game.
Yeah.
I don't need to know every time I go to a door to like how to fucking open it. And
I think the problem is that it's like ever since I'm gonna say the Wii, ever since the Wii came out, a lot more people are playing games that didn't before, and so everyone was like, oh, we have to make it easy for other people,
like the bigger audience, and because the audience definitely grew wider when the Wii came out, because like everybody was buying one, not just gamers.
You can definitely see it with where Nintendo went, because after that was like what's the shitty Skyward Sword?
Mm.
With Skyward
Obviously.
Yeah.
with Skyward Sword, Super Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
There's no growth in it. It's just like this still like same thing every year, and it's all
And they
hand-holdy.
give you exactly what to do because it's like they have shitty Navi in Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
He's just
there's
like,
no.
"Here's
It's
what
all
to do."
hand holding. It's all like, here, we're gonna give you all the tools. You now do it.
And
And
when
it
you die,
used to
like-
be like you had to connect things together and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And
And when
it's
you
not
die
like
like
that.
3 times in Super Mario 3D World or 3D Land,
Mhm.
you're just like, you're just take this thing.
You can just skip it. Just skip it. That was actually one of the first games that did that. I'm trying to think of it.
Let you skip a level.
Yeah, where you can like skip a level after like fucking up after a number of tries.
Oh,
I want to
fuck,
say it was
okay.
The Incredibles.
No.
Was it
Bully
not-
did that.
No.
Bully did that if you fucked up after like Rockstar has actually been very
That's not
popular
the
because
one,
that
though.
GTA 5 did that as well, where if you fucked up so many a certain number of times.
You mean the chase missions?
Wasn't it? It wasn't Battle for Bikini Bottom. It was
No.
that other SpongeBob game too. I mean, it's a GameCube game that I'm
mm.
thinking of.
It was in that era,
Yeah.
like GameCube, PS2, and like sort of Xbox. There was one game. There's like one game that stood out of like, this is weird. This is weird that I can skip this.
We'll go back to it later on.
Going
Getting out
back
of
to
this-
the original sidebar.
Yeah,
No,
going back to the
we're
side-
getting out of all the
Wait.
sidebars.
We just go
We're
into
closing the tabs.
Before we do that, what do you
Yeah.
have to say?
Oh no, I was just saying go back to length, but
and then we just go back to Sonic in the real world throwing away his garbage. Whoop, one too many.
So, out of the sidebars, when it comes to length, I believe I'm the biggest.
How you use it. How you use it.
It's you got
It's
to
all
have
of the swivel.
justifiable content
Yeah.
of like your gameplay just has to be fun for people to want to keep doing it over and over again, and that's why like how many hours have you put into Metal Gear Solid 5?
before I finally got to chapter 2,
Mm,
probably like 200.
yeah, and that's because
Whoa.
and that's like
Yeah.
taking
Whoa.
over like all of these like bases, right? And it's
Exactly.
like-
I mean, there's
That's
like a big
fucking
thing.
crazy.
There's a lot of thing like games like that, and like even Fallout, where like you kind of ignore the main story. A lot of the length has to do with like personal investment as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
and so from like what I've heard and seen from Metal Gear Solid 5, it's like a lot of it is doing the same thing over and over again, but
A
it's
bit.
so fun.
Yeah.
And so and that's why like that length of 200 hours is justifiable because of the content that's in it is worth doing.
Yeah, it's like that. Witcher, Skyrim,
Yeah.
Fallout 4. You want to
Tetris.
explore. You want to. you want to explore. You want to be invested into this universe,
Mhm.
into your character. So
Yeah.
it's a lot about personal investment.
Yeah.
It's price.
Yeah.
Like I would pay full price for Witcher now. I was at a GameStop, and if I didn't have a job right now, I would fucking buy it.
You mean if you did have a job?
If you did have a job.
If I did have a
You
job,
don't have a job
I
right
don't
now.
have a job. If I did have
Shout
a job,
out
I
to
would buy-
Rasputin.
Thanks.
Shout out to GameStop.
Thanks.
Well, you were just a holiday hire.
True.
Anyway, so I would buy Witcher full price now, whereas the order I would get it for that like $10 sale
Yeah,
that they used to have. I
it's
would buy
$10
that.
now. Like that's
Everyone
worth it.
everyone who bought it for that sale was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This game's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no
but
shit,
it's
you paid
because when it
$10.
first came out, the price didn't justify the
I
length
don't know what
and
you
all
guys
this
are
stuff.
saying. This game is great. Look at how good that lamp looks.
The collector's edition is like $30.
Yeah,
That's
Not like
so
anyone's
much.
buying that.
they
but
have like the sealed up, like at Amoeba, the sealed.
that's the one I was talking about.
like collector's edition where it's like you get the game, a booklet, a statue of one of the characters, $35.
Jesus.
which are
fuck.
usually like 100.
At least,
120.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all about like the core game plan, how fun that is, and how much you want to do that for. That should justify how long your game is. Like when it comes to like an Uncharted game, like that gameplay and stuff is so fun. Like
Yeah.
I could do a 20-hour Uncharted game, and
Yeah.
that would be fucking great. But they're usually like 10 hours or whatever. But I could do a 20-hour.
It's replayable too.
Yeah, and it's replayable.
Speaking of which, I'm finally at the point where I'm so hyped for the fourth one. I'm
Yeah.
like, I couldn't handle
Did
it.
you see the trailer where it's like the slow motion one? And it's
Yeah.
like
with like the Pixies cover in the background?
but it's not the Pixies.
But it's not the
whatever.
It's
But
so good.
that song is so great, so it's still like
I'm so hyped up for
Yeah.
this. I'm ready.
Suddenly gonna die.
No, dude, Nathan's gonna die.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, because that whole
He's gonna
trailer
fucking die.
is speaking of like the end.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
definitely.
but it's one of three things. Sully
Umbrella
dies.
talking about Uncharted now.
Sully dies, and Nathan decides to retire. Who's the blonde love interest? I always forget her name.
Rachel.
No.
No, it's not Rachel.
Chloe's the black-haired one,
Yeah.
right?
Chloe's the black-haired one. She's fucking bae. God, that ass.
She looks like a
Chloe's dating
Samantha.
Fabian. How dare you?
We know what Chloe is. Sorry. Sorry.
We know many Chloes.
Oh yeah,
I
we
know
do.
many Chloes.
Yeah, I know like
I
three.
know one.
I know 4.
And it's the one.
But
The blonde love
the
interest.
blonde love interest.
She looks like
fuck.
a Samantha. We'll go with that.
Whatever her name is, either she dies and Drake decides to retire, the brother dies and he decides to retire,
Or Drake dies and he decides to retire.
or Drake dies and has to retire.
And Sully just cries.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of like those 4 things that's definitely going to happen. So
If Naughty Dog took anything from Telltale, from the Walking Dead one I just
Yeah.
played, Nathan's gonna die, Sully's gonna kill himself, and the
Yeah.
girl's gonna cry.
Yeah,
And roll credits.
So yeah, when you have like a linear game like that, like it all depends on like how fun your core gameplay is. Because with a linear game like that, gameplay is going to be very repetitive, like how you do things.
Yeah.
And like something like BioShock Infinite, like how long is that game?
Like 15 hours.
15 hours?
I just played through it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and so
How long ago?
You're not my daddy.
like at points, I think that gameplay does. I think that game goes on a little too long, just a little bit, because at one point the game gets a
Talking
little
about the
tired.
ghost.
Because it's also
Talking
fucking
about Ghost
hard
Mom.
too.
Ghost Mom, fuck Ghost Mom.
God
She's the
damn Ghost
worst.
But yeah,
Fuck
it's
Ghost
also
Mom. Fuck that last mission.
but Bioshock games are also fucking hard too.
Exactly,
So
that is true.
that's what makes it longer.
And then like with the future of video games and just the possibility of them even being longer, like we've got games like Horizon Zero Dawn is going to come out, and we still don't know exactly what that game is. But
No
if-
Man's Sky is literally infinite.
No Man's Sky, there's not going to be a story to that game. It's going to be a combination of like Destiny and Minecraft, where it's just going to be fucking infinite, just like do whatever what you want, and it's just like you collect things and build up like whatever you want, and you continue, and you can go to the center of the universe, which is like the whole point of the game.
gonna be
But then you can
solid,
probably
like-
continue on after that. So.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna get No Man's Sky the day it comes out. I'm gonna find something, name it the Henry Saurus.
Although I would have to argue, maybe not so much like Destiny. That is definitely not infinite. Well, it is if
I
you
heard
count
Destiny
farming.
was
If you
like
ask Sean Pitts, my boy, who's been playing Destiny since day one, he will definitely attest to that.
I played Destiny day one, and then no more.
I played the
what do you
Destiny
sign
beta
up?
and I was like, oh man, this
it's-
game's awesome. And
that
then-
made me
It's
want to get
infinite
it.
farming, if you want to talk about that.
Ricky,
Yeah,
will you
dude, that's
sign
what-
up
it's
with my
first-person
mission
shooter
to
Farmville.
get the Henry
Yeah,
Saurus
pretty
into No
much.
Man's Sky.
Because I want to get No Man's Sky really badly too. Because no matter what the game is, it's going to be a great like time killing game. So I
yeah,
don't want to get
true.
it.
What if we just made that a thing? Like we put a hashtag on Twitter, make the Henry Saurus.
Just to piss Henry
Go
off.
on Twitter.
Just to piss Henry off, I'm gonna like play it immediately and name it like Ricky Saurus just to piss him off that much. Just that much.
I'll call up people that I know and I'll try to get you a copy early so you can do it.
I just want to see how many people I can get to try to name something the Henry Saurus.
By the end of it, the whole game, everything is Henry Saurus.
And one Marlosaur.
And then we've got like what else is coming out
maybe
this year
something
that's going to
Marlo.
be I don't think it's
3,
Final Fantasy 15.
Final Fantasy 15 like
Gonna be big game.
Doom.
that's going to be a big
gonna
game.
be a big
Doom is
My
like
boy.
that's going to be
My baby.
Oh, dude, my boy.
if there is a campaign, it's going to be like a 10-hour campaign.
Yeah.
And then
It's gonna be a short campaign and
Gonna be a
it's like
Killzone 2
focus
campaign.
on multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because I feel
and
like
like
that's
survival
really
and
all
shit like that. It's gonna
they've
be
shown.
Battlefront with a campaign.
Yeah.
And scary, sort of.
And
How
so,
Battlefront
but then we
should've
got
been.
like
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 that's also
coming out this
CD.
year?
I don't know if it's coming out this year. They haven't really said anything about it. I think they said
list of games.
I think they said 2017, which is crazy because they're talking. CD Projekt Red's talking about.
That's crazy. They're already 60 years early.
Also Ratchet and Clank as well.
Let me
Yeah,
talk about Cyberpunk first. Where they're talking about like it's going to be bigger than Witcher 3, and it's like, is there a
pretty big.
point like does that become too long?
Is there a point into making it longer? Do they have shit actually planned for reasons to make it longer, or are they just trying to up Witcher 3?
And that's the thing is like,
Is there a point where it gets so long it starts to hurt?
like bigger doesn't mean better, and that's like
That's how you use it.
But that's very true. Of like the biggest example is Rocksteady. Of like every single Arkham game that came out, they had to do something bigger. They had to do, like more of an open world game with City, and then they had to add the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, and like it didn't really work out every
The
time.
next one, Batman with a gun.
Yeah, because
Thomas Wade.
It's Arkham World where you have to like fly the Batwing all around.
It's just
fucking...
Lego Batman 3.
Yeah, Rocksteady, making it bigger doesn't help, especially when I'm trying to jump to this other building and it keeps crashing and I keep falling through the floor.
So I found this list of games that are coming out next year that I predict will be like longish
Wait, but we're on
games.
this year.
No, 2016.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you
So
said
this
next year.
Yeah, you said next year. So we're just correcting you, Henry. It's okay.
So I predict like Mass Effect Andromeda is going to be a long game.
No, Mass Effects in general, they're usually really long.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Like
do
an
all
off-
the side stuff.
The fucking RPG. Yeah.
If Legend of Zelda goes how I'm imagining it's going to go, it's going to be pretty long there.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's like 2 hours.
Hopefully difficult.
It's just 2 hours.
It's 2
of
hours.
Link just doing a walk cycle.
And at the end, it's like, fuck you.
Miyamoto just going.
Fuck.
As it's playing, he's like doing the music with his mouth. And Zelda.
And then it turned into that song they'd always played of the Legend of Zelda song online that everyone always thought was System of a Down.
It's
Link.
It's that, and
Comes
then it's that, and then after the 2 hours, it goes into the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I think we just made the best game of all time.
So
Other games I think are going to be fairly long is Dark Souls 3 is going to be around the same length as Bloodborne.
how long was Bloodborne?
If you
Long.
play, actually,
Depends on how often you die. So about 1,000 hours.
if you played through just like the straightforward story, you're only getting through like half of the game's bosses, and then you find like keys and shit along the way that unlock other areas, and then you get like the other games like have the bosses.
Yeah.
So
We have a friend who
Like how many hours
Bloodborne.
did you put into it?
Mm.
You platinumed it, right?
Yeah, better
Ooh,
question.
dang.
Better question
Shit.
is how many characters did I make? They all have fantastic names. My favorite one is Darling Smasher 69.
Nice.
I always just name my character George.
George. Boy,
Cuphead, gonna be a long ass game.
Cuphead will be like,
5 hours.
I would say like 5 to 10 hours, probably.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Because
awesome,
it's
but-
going to be hard. Like what I have heard, like
Yeah.
that game's going to be fucking
I
hard.
played
as
the
shit.
demo at like the
Ooh.
Xbox Lounge at Comic-Con, and
Ooh.
it was pretty difficult.
It's
especially
more
with that
than
partner.
just boss
Was
fights,
it
right?
amazing, though?
Yes, it's more than boss
Okay.
fights. There are transitional parts. I just don't know how long they are.
Good, because I was kind of scared that it would. Just
Yeah,
be
all
like
we've
boss
seen
fights.
so far are just like boss fights. So
Well
that is-
animated, but just boss fights.
How long will Mafia 3 be?
The same as usual.
Yeah, like how long was Mafia 2?
Mafia 2 was actually pretty short. It's like, I think maybe
15 hours?
Maybe 15 hours. Maybe. I even think 15 hours is kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
Like, but they might update on that.
I think this one's going to be longer just because it's been so long since we've had a Mafia game. Because Mafia 2 was in the era of like games were starting to get like longer.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
little more open worldy.
Yeah, it was like
so
like the 3 Mafia games are like so long apart. The first one you can't even tell if that's a person or not. The second one is like cool, but it's like you can tell it's like it's almost should have been a PS2 game.
yeah.
And then this one, I think they're gonna update a lot. It's a like a very loved like franchise.
Yeah, and it's going to be, from what I hear, it's going to be like huge of like how big that map is.
Yeah.
And
There's gonna be a
I'm
lot to do, definitely.
Dragon
So
Quest 7
excited.
and Dragon Quest 8 are going to be long, but those already
no one
came out.
cares.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to buy them because I've never played those
because
games.
you're the only one who owns a 3DS.
He's like, I never did it, so I want it.
I mean, I used to have a
He's like,
3DS, but you know, I gave up.
Yeah.
I gave up. I wanted a PS4, so I turned that shit in.
I love it because I'm the only one of the 3DS among us, and I have the shitty ass 3DS. I mean,
He just falls off his chair.
see this thing? This is like original model.
That's the one I
3DS.
had.
Yeah.
That's the one I still have.
Meanwhile, our friend who doesn't even use his 3DS, has the extra large edition.
3DS
the
XL. Whatever.
And
Whatever.
I'm playing the 2DS. I'm playing Pokemon Ruby.
I'm
Yeah.
on that Game Boy Micro.
Yeah, I gave him my DS.
Yeah.
So, game's too long? I would say no.
Depends.
It depends.
Depends.
It depends.
It's complicated.
If games were cheaper,
Because I think
Are games too long? It's like my parents' divorce. It's complicated.